Hello everyone, welcome back to Expert Medical Coding. In today's video, we'll continue with Chapter 5 Guidelines Part 3. First, I'll walk you through the guideline and then I'll explain it in a simple and easy to understand way. So, let's get started with the guideline. Psychoactive Substance Use Unspecified. As with all other unspecified diagnoses, the codes for unspecified psychoactive substance use should only be assigned based on provider documentation and when they meet the definition of a reportable diagnosis. These codes are to be used only when the psychoactive substance use is associated with a substance-related disorder. Chapter 5 disorders such as sexual dysfunction, sleep disorder, or a mental or behavioral disorder, or medical condition, and such a relationship is documented by the provider. Now that we have read the guideline, let's understand it in a more easy way. In order to assign a psychoactive substance use code, first, the diagnosis must be documented by the provider as substance use, such as alcohol use or cocaine use, and not further specified as abuse or dependence. Second, it must meet the definition of a reportable diagnosis, meaning it affects the patient's care by requiring treatment, monitoring, evaluation, or influencing medical decisions. If it does not affect patient care, do not assign the code. Let us see an example. The patient documents the patient has opioid use, uncomplicated, requiring monitoring during hospitalization. In this scenario, we have to assign F11.90, opioid use, unspecified, uncomplicated code, because the provider documented opioid use without further specifying it as abuse or dependence. It also affects patient care by requiring monitoring, making it a reportable diagnosis. Let us see another example. The patient documents the patient occasionally drinks alcohol. There is no treatment, monitoring, evaluation, or impact on the patient's care. So, in this scenario, do not assign the code because the alcohol use does not affect the patient's care. It is only documented as a social history and does not meet the definition of a reportable diagnosis. Let's move to the next point. The provider should document that the substance use is related to another condition, such as sleep disorder or mental disorder. For example, the doctor writes alcohol use unspecified associated with sleep disorder. So in this scenario, assign code F10.982, alcohol use unspecified with alcohol induced sleep disorder, because the relationship is documented. So we have to take the combination code. In order to assign a code for psychoactive substance use with a substance induced disorder, the provider must clearly document that the patient's psychoactive substance use is associated with another disorder or medical condition. If the provider documents this relationship, assign the appropriate code. If the relationship is not documented, we should not assume it. Let us see an example. The patient has alcohol use associated with alcohol-induced anxiety disorder. So here we have to assign F10.980, alcohol use unspecified with alcohol-induced anxiety disorder, because the provider clearly documented that the alcohol use is associated with anxiety disorder. Let us see another example. The patient documents the patient has alcohol use and sleep disorder. So in this scenario, do not assign a substance-induced sleep disorder code because the provider did not link the alcohol use to the sleep disorder. As coders, we should not assume a link unless the provider clearly documents it. Let's now move towards the next guideline, and that is medical conditions due to psychoactive substance use, abuse, and dependence. Medical conditions due to substance use, abuse, and dependence are not classified as substance-induced disorders. Assign the diagnosis code for the medical condition as directed by the alphabetical index along with the appropriate psychoactive substance use, abuse, or dependence code. For example, for alcoholic pancreatitis due to alcohol dependence, assign the appropriate code from subcategory K85.2, alcohol-induced acute pancreatitis, and the appropriate code from subcategory F10.2, such as code F10.20, alcohol dependence uncomplicated. It would not be appropriate to assign code F10.288, alcohol dependence with other alcohol-induced disorder. Let's understand this guideline in more detail. This guideline is about medical conditions caused by substance use, abuse, or dependence, such as alcoholic pancreatitis. These medical conditions are not classified as substance-induced disorders. Instead, you should code the medical conditions separately along with the appropriate substance use, abuse, or dependence code. Let us see an example here. The patient documents alcoholic acute pancreatitis due to uncomplicated alcohol dependence. So here we need to assign the medical condition first, that is K85.20 alcohol-induced acute pancreatitis. Then the dependence code F10.20 alcohol dependence uncomplicated. Do not assign a code for alcohol dependence with other alcohol-induced disorder because pancreatitis is a medical condition, not a substance-induced disorder. A simple way to remember this guideline is to identify what the patient has. If the patient has a medical condition caused by substance use, code the medical condition first and then the appropriate substance use, abuse or dependence code. Let us see another example. The patient documents alcoholic gastritis due to uncomplicated alcohol abuse. So here we need to assign the medical condition first. Assign K29.20 alcoholic gastritis without bleeding and then abuse code F10.10 alcohol abuse uncomplicated. Do not assign alcohol abuse with alcohol induced disorder because gastritis is a medical condition, not a substance induced disorder. Let's move towards the next guideline, blood alcohol level. A code from category Y90, evidence of alcohol involvement determined by blood alcohol level, may be assigned when this information is documented and the patient's provider has documented a condition classifiable to category F10. Alcohol related disorders. The blood alcohol level does not need to be documented by the patient's provider in order for it to be coded. Let's understand this guideline in more detail. This guideline is about blood alcohol level codes from category Y90. A Y90 code can be assigned only when the provider documented alcohol related disorder from category F10. In other words, a Y90 code should never be assigned by itself. It is always reported as an additional code along with the appropriate F10 alcohol related disorder code. Simply having a documented blood alcohol level is not enough. There must also be a documented alcohol related disorder from category F10. If there is no F10 diagnosis, you should not assign a Y90 code, even if the blood alcohol level is available in the medical record. Another important point is that the blood alcohol level does not have to be documented by the provider. It can be taken from the documentation by another qualified clinician. However, the F10 alcohol related disorder must be documented by the provider. Let us see an example. The patient documents alcohol intoxication. Other clinician report shows blood alcohol level of 180 mg by 100 ml. So here we need to assign F10.929 for alcohol use unspecified with intoxication, unspecified code first, and then Y90.6 blood alcohol level of in between 120 to 199 mg per 100 ml.
Please like, share and subscribe to Expert Medical Coding. Thanks for watching.